I'm standing in the middle of the beautiful French countryside in southern France in a little town called Saint Bauzille. Very, very tiny town, only about 790 inhabitants. And in 1873, 140 years ago, there were only about 600 inhabitants of this town. We're surrounded by beautiful vineyards. And one morning, Auguste Arnaud, he was a 30-year-old man, he was married and he had 2 children, was walking out into the vineyards, his vineyards, about 700 meters from the town. It was a Sunday, and it was also the Feast of the Holy Trinity. But he was walking out into the field to work on a Sunday. And he recounts that he stopped to smoke his pipe, and all of a sudden, a woman appeared before him, just 1 or 2 meters in front of him. And she had a crown on her head, much like the shape of a bishop's mitre. And he said to her, "Who are you?" And she said, "I am the Holy Virgin." He said she was beautiful, she was calm, she didn't have a sad or a joyful expression. She just had a serious aspect to her. And what she said to him was interesting. She said, "You have the malady of the vineyard," which means that you're so addicted to working in your vineyard that you're ignoring the Sunday. You're not celebrating the Lord's Day. You're not celebrating Trinity Sunday. And apparently the patron of the town, Saint Bauzille, was also being ignored. And so he was encouraged to participate in some processions on Sunday that were taking place in the nearby towns. He was told to go to his pastor and ask that a cross be changed from an old cross to a new one and put in the foot of the vineyard. Then he was told that she would come back in a month and thank him. And so he went to his pastor, and there was another apparition that took place later. Now there's a very simple shrine here dedicated to Our Lady of Sunday. There's a beautiful statue behind me. Right next to me is the tomb of the visionary, and inside the church is the tomb of the pastor who listened to what his new parishioner had to say. The pastor had just arrived a few months before to this tiny town. He didn't know the parishioners very well, but he took up this cause. So I think it's a call to all of us to keep holy the Sabbath, to remember that Sunday is a day of rest. Sunday is a day that we are called to be dedicated to the Lord. All of us can fall into that trap of workaholism in our media-saturated age, and even on Sundays we're filling our lives with so much that there's no room for the Lord in our lives. So in this tiny village where there isn't too much activity, Our Lady came to remind us, don't forget the Lord's Day. Don't forget to put Jesus and the Lord at the center of your life.